What is up, guys? Welcome into a brand new video. Now today we're going to be discussing kind of the state of Cricket 24. It's been 2 months since the game released now. It's coming up to Christmas, so I know a lot of people are going to be thinking about buying it and things like that. So I just kind of wanted to say kind of what state the game is in, if we've got anything new coming, if we've got anything that's still kind of causing issues or anything like that. So to start off with, really, the game's in an okay state at the moment. It's not fantastic. We've got a couple of issues. The fielding's still not perfect. The wicketkeeper is making unbelievable catches, like genuinely unbelievable catches, to the spinners especially. The outfield and things like that, a lot better. Not a lot of kind of sideways running like they were doing at the start of the game that you might have seen a few clips of. And different things like that. So it's not terrible. The run out situation. So basically, if you haven't seen it, every time there's a batsman will kind of get run out because they'll get a ball thrown at them and then they'll try and dodge out the way, and then they'll be run out. That's a bit poor. There's a couple of realistic things that aren't quite there, like the batsman trying to hit every shot through the leg side, even if it's kind of pitched a foot outside off. That gets relatively annoying, but that you kind of live with that. In terms of game breaking stuff, I don't think there's a lot. I think it could be a lot better. There's still things that they've worked on, and conversations that I've had with developers is that they're working on it. They're trying to build the best game that they possibly can, but it's still not quite there. In terms of content, it's okay. It's very similar to what Cricket 22 was like, sorry. So that's not terrible again. It's not quite there. We were promised Pro Team. There's still no talk of Pro Team. Every single video that I've done similar to this, I've tried to say, okay, we need a Pro Team. We definitely need an online kind of playlist that we can play properly. Just playing out is god awful. Like, I can't be bothered to play it. Like, you either come across people on 500 ping because no one can be bothered to play online, so I'll search at like 7-8 o'clock at night and there won't be a single game that I can find from someone playing in the UK. Now I know career mode's really big when it comes to cricket games and things like that, but I like playing online. I like playing something competitive. I think if you can put the Pro Team game in there, this game goes from like a 4 to an 8. It's still not graphically, it's pretty much similar, but they have done some kind of quality of life stuff, like changing the scoreboard and things like that. They've added the broadcast camera, which I think is great. I think it's really good if it makes it feel a lot more realistic, and almost like you're watching a TV broadcast rather than watching a game. So I really enjoy that. Licensing is gonna get better. I know Pakistan are currently in Australia, and they will be having the scans done, so they'll actually have proper play faces of all the ones that have gone over. So I think a couple that you're missing will be Naseem Shah and Harris Ralph still won't have the player faces because they haven't gone on the tour of Australia. But maybe they'll get done at the PSL or something. Maybe they can fly some stuff over for the PSL when all the players are in, obviously, because they've got the licenses for the PSL. So that'll be nice to see. But that hasn't been confirmed. We haven't really had anything confirmed since. I believe there's a pretty big patch coming out today, on the 5th. I'm recording this a day or so before, but we are due a big patch to come out. So hopefully, that should bring in a couple of things and fix a couple of issues that we've had in the game so far. As I said, it's in an okay state. Would I get it? Now, it's a kind of a very similar answer to what I've said the whole time, of if you've got £50 burning a hole in your pocket, then crack on. Go out and buy it. It's better than Cricket 22 at this point, just because it's new. It's got a few new stuff. I'll always be under the impression that if you buy a new game, it's going to be better than the old one. Just because, I mean, more people are playing it or have a few more features. You might have some nostalgia. Like, I've got some nostalgia for Cricket 05 and Cricket 07. I don't particularly want to go back and play those games because graphically they're not up to standards. They're going to have teams from 2005 and 2007, so I don't really want to do that. I want to play with the most up-to-date stuff. And I've always had a thought in my head that just go out and buy the new game. If you like playing that game, then that's absolutely fine. Just go and buy it, and you'll be fine. With this, because Cricket 22 and Cricket 24 are very similar, this game does feel a lot smoother than Cricket 22, and I think camera angles and things like that. I haven't really got my head around sliders yet of what I want to use this year, so I haven't quite got that realistic part of the game quite yet. But I will be trying to sort stuff out. There's a few videos and stuff that I want to try out, so there will be like a settings video and everything that I use coming soon. So make sure you subscribe for that and put that bell notification on, because we do upload twice a day to the channel. But yeah, as I said, if you want to put this on your Christmas wish list over games such as, say, you haven't got FIFA yet, or Spider-Man, or I'm trying to think of all the games that have come out this year, the new Call of Duty, different things like that, then fine. If you're a massive cricket fan, you think you'll put hours and hours into the game. Just the only thing that worries me is that there's a couple of things that have come out from Big Ant of that the patches can be a little bit hit and miss and stuff like that. And I don't want to hear that. I really don't. I think that they should just have the patch tested first, which I know they do. I know the patches get tested, and there'll be people playing on early builds and things like that. So that's absolutely fine. But I just want to make sure that people who buy the game aren't going to get shafted by a patch that breaks in a week's time. I don't want to put my name out there and say, look, go and buy this game, everything's fixed, there's no game breaking glitches. A little bit like I did in my 1 month review of Cricket 24, and then about a week later they came out with a patch that broke everything. Like what they did is, I'm pretty sure this is what happened. I haven't actually got a firm answer of what happened. So basically, every single batsman was getting run out all the time. It would happen 6 or 7 times an innings, where because they increased the throw strength to how quick the throw came in, but didn't change what the batsman could make as a run, it threw all the run-outs out. So, and then there was a week where the game was completely broken, and they had to roll back patches and things like that, and there was a lot of kind of outrage from the community, which it did get fixed eventually, but it is annoying. If you log on to a game, if you finish a hard day of work, a hard day of school, whatever it is, and you want your escape to be playing this cricket game, you don't want to log in and think, okay, Big Ant have released a patch and it's completely broken. Which is why it's almost better when they get to a point of the game in about 6 months' time, where the game's pretty good, like we got to Cricket 22, and then they just don't patch it, and then we don't hear anything about the game. There is absolutely nothing new that comes into the game. At least then you know that they can't break it. They're not going to improve it, but they're not going to break it. So if you want to wait till that point, that's completely fine. But I would recommend it, especially if you can pick it up on any sales or anything like that, or you get a few Amazon gift cards for Christmas, or you want to put it on your Christmas list. I'd go for it. Do you know what? If it's not your money being put into the game, you could have hours and hours of fun. You can have a career mode, similar to what you would have had in Cricket 22 or Cricket 19 or 17 or 14 or whatever it was. You could go back to them, and it's absolutely fine. But that's going to be kind of my 2-month review of the game. I'm still on the fence about it. I do enjoy it. I play it every day. I've played days and days already on the game, pumping out content and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. Let me know what you think of the state of Cricket 24 at the moment down in the comments. Remember to leave a like if you can. It does massively help out the channel. And as I said before, subscribe. We do upload twice a day cricket content. Usually Cricket 24, we do have a cricket captain series, and we'll occasionally do a kind of sit down talking video similar to this one. I think we probably want to try a couple more. There's a couple of new stuff that's coming out. There's a couple of new cricket games and stuff that we will also be covering. Any news that we hear about that. But that is going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.